Have you ever truly wondered what happens to older men who live alone? With no partner, no spouse, no one waiting for them at home? Most people think the answer is simple: loneliness. But that's not the whole truth. What if I told you that behind those quiet homes and calm faces lies a story of strength, freedom, and transformation that few ever see? In this video, we'll uncover 5 powerful truths about older men who live alone. Truths that reveal not sadness, but surprising independence, wisdom, and even peace. These are lessons every man and every family member should understand. Because what happens when a man chooses solitude often says more about life, aging, and the human spirit than we realize. Stay with me until the end. I promise this will change the way you see independence, companionship, and aging forever. And before we dive in, if you believe that wisdom grows stronger with age, please take a second to subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support helps us keep creating videos that empower and inspire people in their golden years. Now let's begin. Number 1. Independence, the silent source of strength. For many older men living alone, solitude isn't something that happened to them, it's something they chose. After decades of responsibilities, careers, marriages, raising children, many reach a point where independence becomes their greatest treasure. It's not about being stubborn or avoiding love. It's about finally being free to live on their own terms. Tom, a 78-year-old retired teacher, described it beautifully. For the first time in my life, my time is mine. I eat when I'm hungry, sleep when I'm tired, and live without explaining myself to anyone. That freedom gives older men a deep sense of dignity and control, something that often fades in later years. They find power in simple things, deciding what to eat, what music to play, or how to spend a quiet Sunday morning. That autonomy becomes an anchor of stability. Psychologists say that this kind of independence actually protects mental health in aging adults. When people feel in control of their lives, they experience less stress, more confidence, and greater satisfaction, even without constant social interaction. So next time you see an older man living alone, don't assume he's lonely. He might just be living exactly how he wants, with peace, self-respect, and quiet joy. Number 2. Life without a partner doesn't mean life without connection. Here's a truth most people miss. Older men living alone often have richer social lives than we imagine. They might not have a wife beside them, but they have lifelong friends, community ties, and sometimes deeper relationships than ever before. Take Robert, a 74-year-old engineer who's been single for over 2 decades. Every week, he plays cards with his childhood friends and volunteers at a local library. He laughs, stays active, and keeps a close relationship with his grandchildren through video calls. He once said, "I don't feel alone. I feel free and connected on my own terms." That's the key. Many older men prefer quality over quantity when it comes to connection. They choose friendships that uplift them, without the emotional weight or expectations of a traditional partnership. Science backs this up too. Studies show that men who nurture strong friendships live longer, have better memory, and are more emotionally stable than those who isolate completely. And in the digital age, staying connected is easier than ever, through online groups, social media, or video chats. Many older men even rediscover old friends or reconnect with past colleagues. These are not men who gave up. They are men who learn that companionship doesn't always require romance, it just requires authenticity. Number 3. Health, habits, and hidden strengths. Now, let's talk about something surprising: health. There's a common stereotype that men who live alone neglect themselves. But many older men prove the exact opposite. When you live alone, you learn one vital truth: if you don't take care of yourself, no one else will. That awareness becomes motivation. Men like George, a 79-year-old former firefighter, structure their days with discipline, daily walks, balanced meals, and regular checkups. "I've realized my health is my freedom," he said. "If I lose that, I lose everything." Men living alone often build consistent routines. They cook, exercise, manage medications, and stay proactive about their well-being. That sense of personal responsibility can keep them sharper and healthier than men who rely too heavily on a spouse. Of course, there are challenges. Loneliness can affect sleep and mood, and emergencies can be harder to manage. But technology is changing that, from medical alert devices to virtual check-ins and online fitness classes. The result? A growing number of men in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s are thriving solo, living active, balanced, and meaningful lives. It's not luck. It's discipline, self-respect, and the will to stay alive and well, not for anyone else, but for themselves. If you believe health is a form of independence, hit that like button, subscribe, helps others find this video too. Number 4. Financial freedom, the quiet key to peace. There's another layer to this lifestyle, one that's often overlooked. Financial independence is one of the strongest pillars that supports older men living alone. When a man controls his finances, his bills, savings, and spending, he controls his peace of mind. He can choose where he lives, how he spends, and what kind of life he wants to maintain. Paul, a 72-year-old retired accountant, said, "Money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys freedom from worry." That's worth everything at this age. Older men who live alone often manage their money wisely, saving for healthcare, maintaining their homes, and budgeting for small pleasures like travel or hobbies. This financial self-reliance builds confidence. It's not about wealth, it's about control. It also means they can make independent decisions without conflict or compromise. They decide whether to downsize, invest, or give back, and that autonomy fosters deep satisfaction. Of course, managing finances solo requires responsibility, organizing paperwork, planning for emergencies, and being alert to scams that target older adults. But men who embrace this challenge often find a renewed sense of pride, proving to themselves that they're capable, sharp, and still in control of their destiny. So if you've ever wondered why some men choose to live alone, this is one of the biggest reasons. Because peace, both emotional and financial, is priceless. Number 5. Emotional resilience, the quiet power no one sees. Now we come to the most important truth of all, emotional resilience. Living alone isn't always easy. There are days of silence, days when the phone doesn't ring, days when memories of the past feel louder than the world outside. But here's what's remarkable. Many older men learn to turn that silence into strength. They develop self-awareness, reflection, and emotional maturity that comes only with time and solitude. Samuel, a 77-year-old former schoolteacher, said, "At first, the quiet felt heavy, but then I realized it wasn't loneliness, it was peace. I just needed to learn how to listen to it." This kind of emotional transformation takes courage. It means confronting your past, accepting your present, and finding contentment in who you've become without needing validation from others. It's the difference between being alone and being at peace. These men learn to enjoy their own company through reading, gardening, journaling, or meditation. They connect with life in smaller, deeper ways. The smell of morning coffee, the sound of rain, or a walk through the neighborhood. They understand something younger generations often miss. Peace is not found in others, it's created within yourself. And this truth makes them not weaker, but stronger than ever before. So if you're still here, and this message resonates with you, please write peace in the comments below. Your words inspire others to embrace solitude as a strength, not a punishment. Number 6. Redefining companionship beyond romance. Let's close with one more truth that brings everything together. Companionship doesn't always mean having a partner beside you. For many older men, companionship now comes in different forms, through community, mentorship, creativity, or even caring for a pet. Walter, an 80-year-old gardener, shared something profound. "My garden keeps me company. The plants don't talk, but they teach me patience, care, and gratitude." For others, companionship means mentoring younger people, volunteering, or being part of local clubs. It's about giving rather than depending, connecting without needing to own or control. This shift in perspective creates purpose. Men who once defined themselves by work or marriage now find fulfillment in simpler, more authentic ways. They've learned that being needed doesn't always mean being married. It means being useful, kind, and present in the lives of others. And that might be the greatest secret of all. Living alone doesn't mean your story is over. It means you've entered a new chapter, one that's entirely your own. Finally, as we wrap up, Take a moment to reflect on what you've heard today. Each of these truths reveals something powerful about aging, solitude, and resilience. Older men who live alone are not lost or broken. They are evolving. They're proving that independence can bring peace, that friendship can replace loneliness, and that solitude can be sacred. If you're an older man living alone, or know someone who is, share this video with them. Let them know they're not invisible. Their journey has meaning, value, and strength. And before you go, please like this video, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss an episode of Senior Life Secrets. Your support helps us reach more people who deserve to feel seen and inspired. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which part of this video spoke to your heart the most? Type your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Thank you for being here. Until next time, take care of your body, guard your peace, and remember, you're never truly alone when you know who you are.